17.
Yo soy Pedro Hernández y soy un harlista y tengo una devoción por correr las motoras. Tengo 61 años y es una emoción y es algo muy bueno correr las motoras. Me siento muy libre cuando estoy en mi motora. Corro una Harley Davidson Street Glide 2011 y ha sido como lo mejor que he tenido en mi vida. I'm Pedro Hernandez and I just a rider of a Harley Davidson 2011 Street Glide, and since I bought this is my second bike, I've been riding this bike even to work. I ride my bike. I live here in Orlando, Florida, and I ride my bike every day, even when it's rain. I even carry my gears, my raining gear on the bar just to make sure that I'm going to ride this bike every day. Riding Harley is not just anything like riding a car. You feel such of a freedom when you're on the highway, and the feeling is so wonderful. It's like you free from the world. It's like a therapy. It's like going on the airplane and you flying. It's like you on top of the bird, like an eagle, and riding with that social freedom that make you like a free from everything. It's like it's one of the best experience I ever had. Since 2005, I've been riding bike, and I don't even have the idea how beautiful, how was the feeling to be on the two wheels on the highway and just leave everything, all the problems go away, and just leave everything on the side and just have your mind right there in the highway, mile to mile, riding this beautiful two-wheel motorcycle. It's something like I never gonna forget in my life. It's the best experience I ever had, and I don't believe that anybody can experience anything beautiful than riding a Harley motorcycle.
So tell me, you've been riding for a while. You experience as a bike rider, you experience good things and some bad things. Give me an example, maybe something sad you've experienced, but then something great that you experienced by being on your Harley.
Something sad that I was waiting on a green light one time. Some driver hit one of my partner, and the partner hit me, and I went down the ground. But that wasn't enough to stop me from riding my Harley. I don't know. I see so the people that have some accident, but we still jumping back in the bike because it's an experience that you ever had. You can ride your car every day to work. You can ride your car to crossing the states, but there is a different feeling from riding your own bike across a state to a state. I just finished like 2 months ago, and I did what they call the Iron Butt, and I went from Orlando, Florida, and we ride 1,500 miles to Wisconsin, to Milwaukee, and we stopped at the Harley Museum. That was our meet, where we meet the 1,500 miles, and then we went back to Chicago, and it was such a experience. We ride in rain, we ride in sunny, it was dry, it was cool, it was such a experience that you cannot explain. It's like being in the sky and flying. I never even had the idea that it's going to be like that. If I knew that, I couldn't be riding bikes since I was 16 years old.
It seems like you enjoy traveling, especially with that. And I guess it makes you relax. But what is it about it? What? Give me some details of what is it about the traveling, about the riding? 1,500 miles in 2 days. That's a long way. What is it about it that really does it for you?
Well, it's like you when you pass in those states and you go into different, you see a lot of people, and also you see people taking pictures of you because for some reason, I don't know, when I'm driving and I always concentrate in my riding what's going on because if anybody who ride a bike know that we have to be alert all the time and be real careful and be safe. Sometimes you look on the side to the cars passing by and you see them taking a picture of you, and it's like it's excitement. You feel so good. You feel so it's like you're a musician and you on stage and you see them people looking at you and go. It's something like you cannot really explain. It's a social freedom that nobody can explain unless you have the experience on the bike, especially on the Harley Davidson bike.
So, a couple more questions. I go, think back, people that you know now, that you know before, dead or alive, historical figures, somebody who inspires you, someone who you would look up to. Who would that person be and why?
That was my cousin. He had a spotter, and he was riding in Chicago. I was living in Chicago, and I see him. I want to ride the bike, but I didn't have the spirit. And I always like those big tourist bike, like the Street Glide, the classic, the ultra classic, the road glide. Always I've been liking those bikes, but I always was afraid because I never rode before. So I wanna have the experience on the bike, but I was afraid. So I bought a Spotter 883 engine CC, and that's when I started. When I first buy the bike, I had to call my friend, my cousin, to pick the bike because I went to the Harley Davidson dealer. I bought the bike, but I didn't know how to ride, so I had to call my friend to pick the bike for me. So what he did, he picked the bike for me. I drive his car to his house, and on the alley I started. He gave me a little bit of the lesson. I had to start cranking up on first gear and second gear, and I started riding a little bit. So I did that for about half an hour. Then he took the bike to my house. The next day we went to a parking lot where one of the I don't want to advertise somebody for free, but I went to a big parking lot where the store was going to close at 5, and I had the whole parking lot free for me and my friend. So he took my bike there, and I started again riding my bike, put him on first gear, second gear, trying to lean on the bike a little bit. I was riding in that parking lot for about 2 hours. From that day, I took my bike home, and I've been driving since then. That was in 2005. I think it was July.
So it sounds like one Harlista helping another Harlista. So a lot of people, that word means a lot of different things to different people. So what does being a Harlista mean to you?
It's been one person that is really know what they're doing. Is a person who really concentrate on the street. Being a Harlista is a person who had to be responsible, because he had to be responsible for himself and everybody else around it. And is a person who really has something in common about riding the bike in the street, in the highway, in the dirt roads, anywhere. It's like a feeling that you cannot really explain unless you sit on the bike and ride and start riding. Really, if you can ask anybody of the other my friends who ride bike, they will say the same, because I think we're on the same page concerning the feeling on riding a bike. And I'm telling you, riding a bike is beautiful, but riding a Harley Davidson is so much beautiful. It's a special person that we take in order to ride a bike.
Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.